Hello, thank you very much for being with us. You are watching Amish Shakil 5858 and I am Amir
Foreign
Budnam.
news have been reported by American, European, Asian, African, Australian news channels and the news agencies. So please, let's go to
Tonight,
the
the breaking news as we come on the air, the explosive feud between President Trump and Elon Musk in full view of the world today. Also tonight, our Martha Raddatz in Kyiv right now. Our team has just gone into a bunker. Sirens going off just moments ago. What does Russia have planned for Ukraine? And here at home tonight, millions of Americans under air quality alerts right now and severe storms now moving in. First tonight, President Trump and Elon Musk in a stunning war of words. Elon Musk saying of President Trump's budget bill, kill the bill. President Trump firing back for the first time today, saying Elon was wearing thin and I asked him to leave. Musk then unleashing a salvo online, claiming, quote, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Musk then claiming Trump is, quote, in the Epstein files. This is the real reason, he says, that they have not been made public. Their battle still raging as we come on tonight. Mary Bruce is standing by live with new reporting. What's behind this? Also tonight, air quality alerts from Nebraska all the way east of New York. Smoke from Canadian wildfires and pollution filling the skies. Major concerns over air quality. And tonight, the severe storms and a tornado watch in multiple states. Lee Goldberg standing by with the forecast. Late today, the firebomb suspect in Boulder in court, formally charged with 118 state charges, accused of setting Americans on fire. Authorities say attacking Jewish demonstrators who were raising awareness for the hostages still being held by Hamas. The breaking news right now from Ukraine. Martha Raddatz and our team in that bunker. Sirens going off a short time ago. After Ukraine's drone attack deep inside Russia, what is coming next? And the moment inside the Oval Office today, President Trump, who campaigned promising he would end the war in Ukraine on day one, today saying, quote, sometimes you're better off letting them fight for a while. We'll go to Martha Raddatz with these sirens going off. In the U.S., that harrowing flight, the American Airlines flight, engine engulfed in flames, passengers using emergency slides to escape. Tonight we have new reporting here, now pointing to human error. Tonight, alleged CEO killer Luigi Mangioni's handwritten diary. This evening, his notes and what they might reveal. Authorities say, writing, quote, the target is insurance. It checks every box. And prosecutors now pointing to 3 other initials written in that diary. Could there have been a different target at one point? Tonight, chaos and frustration around the world. President Trump's new travel ban affecting 19 countries. The president is pressed today amid the tariff battle and his budget bill battle. Why now the travel ban? And what does it face in the courts? The game is coming in at this hour, the massive fire in Philadelphia. And game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight right here on ABC. Will Reeves standing by Clyde. From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
It is the Trump travel ban 2.0 in the wake of the horrific firebomb terror attack against a Jewish gathering in Boulder, Colorado, done at the hands of an illegal immigrant who overstayed his visa. President Trump is issuing a sweeping new travel ban that covers 12 countries and partially restricts entry to the U.S. from 7 others. Earlier, he explained why in the Oval.
It can't come soon enough, frankly. We want to keep bad people out of our country. The Biden administration allowed some horrendous people. So we're getting them out one by one. We're not stopping until we get them out. We have thousands of murderers. We want to get them out. We want to get them out now. We don't want to have other bad people coming into our country. But using the word bad, I'm being nice.
But the media smells a distraction, trying to make the travel ban all about Elon Musk's recent criticisms of President Trump's big, beautiful bill.
The other obvious reason for announcing the travel ban tonight that will take effect on Monday is to turn our attention away from Elon Musk's war on Donald Trump.
Trump has issued a travel ban, and I think that is very effective for this president in terms of changing the direction of headlines.
The president made a series of announcements just yesterday going after former President Biden, announcing this, certainly knowing that it would change the topic.
Speaking of which, President Trump is responding to Musk.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate. I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. He actually went up and campaigned for me. I I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway.
Oh boy, but Musk is firing back quite a lot on X, and it continues right now. It all started with this post that said, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." Greg?
Yes.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I think what you're seeing is a battle between the purist and the pragmatist. I don't like it. I want it to stop. I want to tell them if they're both watching, knock it off. We're done with this. This is an incredible moment for our country. It's awake. It's optimistic. It's on board with the golden age. Don't sabotage it with a self-inflicted feud. You know, don't let the Dems get back up from the floor where they belong. You know.
On this Thursday night, look who's talking. The Prime Minister and the U.S. President's direct negotiations on tariffs and security. We won't negotiate in public what some premiers are pushing for if there isn't a solution soon. Elon Musk turns on Donald Trump, the threats they're now making against each other. Fond memories of Mark Garneau.
I was very intimidated to meet him, meet this hero.
Astronaut David Saint-Jacques reflects on the legacy of the first Canadian to go into space. Plus, age-old advice.
I live today, I don't live for tomorrow.
Some sage wisdom from this club of centenarians. Good evening and thanks for joining us. In the midst of an unprecedented trade war with our closest neighbor, it's been revealed Canada's Prime Minister is talking directly with the American President, trying to reach a deal. Mark Carney and Donald Trump met in person in the Oval Office last month and since then have kept communicating, according to Canada's Industry Minister. Also tonight, there's a grim sign of the toll this trade war is taking on Canada's economy. Canada's exports crashed in April. The country posted a $7.1 billion merchandise trade deficit, the largest on record. David Aiken has our top story tonight.
It's a great honor to have Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Mark Carney's trip to the White House went well, so well that the two men have held direct talks with each other since.
And France24.com.
Hi again, this is Around the World on France 24. These are the headlines this hour. After initial reports suggesting the two were to speak on the phone this Friday, the White House says Donald Trump is simply not interested in speaking to Elon Musk. This after the two's relationship imploded, mostly on social media, and that largely over Donald Trump's budget bill. As the U.S.-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation says that all of its aid distribution sites are now closed until further notice, Israel faces new legal scrutiny over its offensive in the Gaza Strip, France opening a complicity in genocide probe into allegations that French Israelis participated in blocking access to aid in the Gaza Strip. And the International Criminal Court hits back at the Trump administration's decision to impose sanctions on 4 of its judges, the ICC slamming the move as a threat to its independent judicial functions, with the UN human rights chief demanding that Washington withdraw those sanctions.
Good morning, welcome to Breakfast here on Sky News. It is 7 o'clock. On today's show, we're talking about the end of the friendship between the world's most powerful man and the world's richest, as Donald Trump and Elon Musk go at it, no holds barred.
And a very good night for Labour as they pull off a shock win of 5.
Beck could finally get his long-awaited knighthood in the upcoming King's Birthday Honours for services to football.
It is Friday. That is Scottish winning election on the SNP reform. We'll be hearing from a reform councillor.
And what's clear from Hamilton Lark on the Stonehouse is yes, they want a UK Labour government to go further and faster in improving their lives. All the way to the SNP government that has done so much damage to Scotland.
It's a narrow victory for Labour amid a big reform surge in Scotland. But with a defeat for the SNP, that's disappointment for the First Minister here. Less than a year to go until the wider Holyrood elections.
In the US, the bromance blows up big time as Elon Musk and Donald Trump have a spectacular public falling out. Russia's ambassador tells Sky News that the UK is directly involved in Ukrainian strikes inside his country.
I don't believe that Americans, that has been denied by President Trump, definitely, but it has not been denied by London.
The government unveils new plans to end corridor care in A&E and cut waiting times for ambulances. And elsewhere in sport, Masters champion Rory McIlroy is struggling to find his form just a week out from a major tournament. And in June, here are the top stories. The rift between Donald Trump and Elon Musk deepens as they tensions between Donald Trump and his one-time close advisor Elon Musk have reached breaking point. It all kicked off after the US president said he was very disappointed with his former ally.
This is tonight.
Good evening, I'm Lo Kui Soon. Tonight's top stories. The US and China step away from blow-up or trade for between leaders returning on both sides to positions laid out in a truce reached last month in Geneva. Ties more testy between the US president and his former advisor Elon Musk after a public breakup on social media. Although the White House says a day talk could be in the works, the call scheduled today.
Tonight, the big, beautiful breakup. President Trump now threatening Elon Musk. Tweet by tweet, the close friendship between the president and Musk exploding in public view. The president saying he may cut Musk's company's contracts, sending Tesla stock into a free fall. Elon Musk slamming Trump's budget and saying tariffs will cause a recession. Our Garrett Hake questioning the president directly about the rift in the Oval Office. It all comes as the White House launches a sprawling travel ban again. A judge threatening to throw Sean Diddy Combs out of the courtroom, what the disgraced mogul allegedly did to jurors that set off the judge. Inside the mind of Luigi Mangione, his handwritten note laying out grievances ahead of the murder of United Healthcare CEO. The new video inside the drone strike on Russian airfields, plus exclusive access inside the factories making AI-powered drones. The cost of denial, what happened when our Vicky Wynn tried to call the doctors listed as in-network by a major health insurer. Turns out, many don't exist. And the warning to women taking the pill and taking weight loss drugs. Nightly News starts right now.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Yama.
Breaking up news.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore.
Trump, Musk, done.
From CBS News headquarters in New York, this is the CBS Evening News.
Good evening, I'm John Dickerson.
I'm Maurice Dubois.
It always seemed just a matter of time before the alliance between the most powerful man in the world and the richest man in the world would come to an end.
And if you had June 5th in the pool, you nailed it. This is the day Donald Trump and Elon Musk finally went from bosom buddies to family feud.
And it got ugly quickly. The president said Musk had gone crazy. And when someone tweeted that Mr. Trump should be impeached, Musk replied, yes.
Musk endorsed the president for re-election last July 13th, right after Mr. Trump had been shot, and went to work for him after the inauguration.
When Musk left the White House last week, the president gave him a gold key. Now he appears ready to change the locks. So what went wrong? Nancy Cordes is at the White House.
John, this fight has now gone galactic, with President Trump threatening to yank billions of dollars worth of contracts from the Elon Musk company SpaceX. And Musk, in response, is saying he's going to decommission the Dragon spacecraft, which is used to transport astronauts to and from the International Space Station.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
He was sitting alongside the German chancellor, but President Trump had a lot more to say today about billionaire Elon Musk.
Good evening, I'm Amna Navaz.
And I'm Jeff Bennett. On the NewsHour tonight, President Trump restricts travel from 19 countries, reviving a policy from his first term that will once again leave thousands in limbo.
Germany's chancellor visits the White House at a time when Europe's alliance with the U.S. is fracturing.
And the Republican tax cut and spending bill could add trillions to the already massive national debt. We examine how the country arrived in such a precarious financial position.
As things stand now, we owe about as much as all the other large advanced economies put together.
Yeah. Welcome. First, and it's from Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Arabia, Somalia, Yemen, and the Republic of Congo, which is also known as Congo-Brazzaville, not to be confused with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. New travel restrictions will all be placed on visitors from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Amnesty International criticized the ban as, quote, discriminatory, racist, and downright cruel, unquote. The White House released a video of Trump speaking about the ban.
Africa News. The news. Despite the rain, it was a warm welcome for Brazilian President Lula da Silva at the Élysée Palace in Paris on Thursday. The visit was meant to be about trade talks, but during a joint press conference with Macron, Lula struck out at Israel and its ongoing onslaught on Gaza. It's important that the world powers put an end to this immediately. We cannot continue to have the UN calling for a ceasefire, not have a ceasefire respected. So people, we are still seeing genocide in front of us every single day. Every single day. Yesterday, 95 people died, all innocent and civilians. Not a single one was a Hamas leader. But then honestly, I don't even speak as the president of Brazil. I speak as a human being. We cannot accept a war that does not exist, but rather a premeditated genocide by an extreme right-wing leader who's waging a war, including against the interests of his own people. It's not the first time the Brazilian leader has claimed a genocide is being committed in Gaza. He's been a frequent critic of Israel's offensive, and last year compared it to the Holocaust. Today, everyone is interested in peace. Ukrainian people are not interested in war either, and neither are the people suffering in Haiti. In other words, well, excuse my emotion, but it's sad. It's sad to know that the world remains silent in the face of a genocide in which the greatest victims are not soldiers of war, but women and children. So honestly, the day I lose the ability to be indignant, I don't deserve to be the leader of my country. So I apologize. Brazil has joined South Africa in accusing Israel of the International Criminal Court in The Hague of violating its obligations under the Genocide Convention. Here in Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood, residents are taking stock of President Trump's latest travel ban, which bars Haitians and people from 11 other countries from entering the United States. The ban takes effect on Monday. Haitian immigrant Marcelin says it will close a door on people in desperate need of help. Haiti right now has a problem of insecurity. The country is ours, we can't give up on it. However, because gangs control the country, everyone's life is at risk. That's why people who have the opportunity come to the US to be safe. The Caribbean islands has been ruled by violent gangs since the assassination of President Moïse in 2021. Residents now face deep economic and food insecurity. It would be better if Donald Trump helped the country. These decisions are not good. Many people need help. The country can recover because Haitians are strong. And we have a great history. Trump will only stay for 4 years. He won't stay forever. Members of the Haitian Transnational Presidential Council have not yet responded to the travel ban. Meanwhile, aid groups have warned that the ban will impact their work. It's still African. is that the has reported 2/3 cases worldwide and % of cholera deaths. Every year speaking Wednesday to divert emergencies to organize disease control and prevention. He said health officials also need to optimize the use of existing supplies through earlier detection and more efficient vaccination campaigns. The Africa CDC says that more than 90% of vaccines, medicines, medical tests, and other essential health supplies used across the continent are imported, leaving it vulnerable to global trade tensions, geopolitical disruptions, and logistical delays. The waterborne bacterial disease causes severe diarrhea and dehydration. Left untreated, it can be fatal in a matter of hours. As we mark Environment Day, conservation groups around the world are renewing calls to end plastic pollution. More than 400 million tons of plastic is produced worldwide every year, but just half of it is designed to be used only once, and less than 10% is recycled. An estimated 100 million tons of it ends up in the sea, on rivers and in lakes, with the United Nations warning that by 2050 there may be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Even although Africa could a significant environmental challenge, the World Wide Fund for Nature says that most of Africa's rural towns, cities, rivers, and coastlines are heavily polluted.
Thank you very much for giving time to Amir Shackle 5858. I am Amir Shackle. Have a good life. Bye-bye.